What up? What up? Hold on. How we doing, peeps? Welcome. I want to make sure that I'm in. Yeah, I am. Okay, cool.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy week of Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I'm Luigi. I'm the host of Mogul Moves Weekly. I'm joined today by Josh, special holiday edition of Moves Weekly. Say hi, Josh.
Hey, everyone.
All right, let's jump into it. We got our weekend performance. So this last weekend we had some bangers.
Yeah, it was kind of it was an interesting weekend. I think everything performed about as we expected. The last I saw for Avatar was 92. It did 88. Housemaid was right on point at 22. Um, sorry, 19 for Housemaid. David was right on point at 22. And SpongeBob underperformed by 2 million, 16 compared to 18. Uh, we talk about this internally. It kind of seems like a trend every year. We expect the weekend before Christmas to be massive, but it's literally the busiest weekend of the year. I think everyone's out doing things. So it was maybe a little quieter than, the long range forecasts might have
Mhm.
anticipated. But all these movies, I think, especially Housemaid and David, both performed really well, I would say, given that people were already very busy. So interesting weekend, and all of these are, of course, going to continue to have strong weeks.
Yeah, interesting. Well, so I know Marty Supreme, I just want to touch on that really quick, was a limited release, right? They haven't
Yeah,
expanded yet. I saw some like data point that was like, it did X amount for this like limited release. And so analysts are saying it's going to do like overperform, I think. But I don't know. What was your take on that? I forgot what the actual like um
I would agree. It
projection
did
was.
for this weekend. It did 875,000, only in six theaters. I think
Mm.
one or two theaters, maybe in New York. I think Stacy said it was just at the Lincoln Center, and probably theaters in LA. So six theaters, 875,000. That's 145,000 per theater, which is really crazy. Like Avatar did 23,000 per theater. Um, so on a very
Oh,
limited release, every showtime was sold out. Um, and
huh.
each theater grossed 145,000 in tickets, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, that's interesting. So definitely one to watch. Like we're definitely going to see something happen there. All right, so we got the holdover for this week. Zootopia. Wow, like how? That's
Yeah,
my
continues to
question.
perform. It did 14 million, another 14 million over the weekend domestic, which is only a 42% drop. Um, yeah, I think you and I both maybe underestimated this one. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
like outside of our wheelhouse, but yeah, the
totally.
I think it's just one of those movies that performs well for all ages essentially, and
Yeah.
there's like a big pool of people who wanted to go see it.
Yeah, and I'm really happy for Disney. They're such like a little, like such a small player in the industry
Yeah.
that I feel like I'm like finally like one of the little guys can win, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
We got to
Bless this.
move. Yeah, like oh my gosh, it just warms my heart to see like an indie, studio like really succeed. I love that. It's like the little engine who could. This week's mover is Avatar Fire and Ash. No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No surprise here. I mean, it's going to continue to be the top performer for the next month at least. It'll
yeah,
outperform
for
anything that
sure.
releases this week. Uh, the obvious choice here. I think the other one to shout out in my mind was David performing really well. A24 or not A24, sorry. Angel continues to, I don't know, it seems like everything they touch uh, does really well. They're really good at, knowing their audience and making the right movies. And The Housemaid too, I think also did really well, but Avatar obviously the standout.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We should do one of those like when you do canned food drives and it's like the thermometer and like
Yeah.
you like fill it in. I really like is Avatar gonna hit what was it like a billion globally by the end of the year, like we need to start we should start updating people on that on a daily basis. And then are we going to hit 9 billion by the end of the year?
Yeah, I don't think we have Monday's numbers in yet. So over the
Okay.
weekend, it was up to 89 million. Um,
Dang.
I mean, by the time we talk early next week, um, that number will have jumped a couple hundred million, I suspect.
Yeah, and again, good for James Cameron, like just like an indie sort this is our new bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's keep watching that, obviously. And then kind of similarly, top earners, Avatar, Fire and Ash, David, Five Nights at Freddy's. This is for the Mogul app. Your
Mhm.
guys' kind of top earns and buys this week. And then top buys, Song Sung Blue, The Housemaid, Anaconda. People are buying Anaconda. Interesting.
Yeah, Anaconda. I mean, I think it makes sense. Like these are kind of the top picks this week, especially if you
Yeah.
were already holding Marty Supreme. So
Yeah. All right.
kind of rounding out the portfolio. I think you would be silly to drop Avatar um, for something like Anaconda. And I think, looking ahead a
Right.
little bit, Anaconda is probably the one that's going to underperform the most this week based on the forecasts. So, be careful on that one. And obviously, the top earners this weekend, no surprise.
Sage advice, Josh. Sage advice. Let's go into our pick holds and drops. I haven't thought that much about it actually. Go ahead.
I'll do mine first. I think the first two are pretty obvious. I'm picking Marty Supreme. If for some reason you didn't have that, uh, add it to your portfolio. I think it's going to overperform. I think everything is suggesting that it will. I'm holding Avatar. No reason to be cute. We're keeping that one in the portfolio this week. And I think
Hmm.
normally I would drop one of the last week or two's movies, but I think this week I'm actually dropping Anaconda. Um, I think it's going to be kind of the odd man out this week, so I'm letting go of that one.
Yeah. My Okay, so my pick definitely is going to be Marty Supreme, obviously. I'm a huge fan of the marketing and I think it's going to completely overperform. So we agree there. My hold is actually going to be SpongeBob. This is my reasoning. Because kids are going to be out of school, or they are
Yeah,
starting to be out of school. And like parents are going to need to watch something with them. Effectively, there's nothing in the market right now except for Zootopia that they can watch. Right. David, but like not everyone's religious. So who
yeah,
knows? And
yeah.
it's not
Avatar.
showing everywhere. And Avatar's like a little too violent. So like I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't think Avatar's the 6 to 60 pick. David isn't quite as widely available. The housemaid, obviously not. Yeah, I would kind of agree that SpongeBob is kind of like filling a niche there for the whole family.
I'm imagining like my 10-year-old's like really into Sydney Sweeney and and Amanda Seyfried. Like he
Yeah.
really wants to go see Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney in The Housemaid. So yeah. Oh, sorry. And then my drop is going to be. Wait, I had one. What was I thinking? I think my drop is. God dang it! I had it in my head and now I can't remember what it was. I'd probably drop Housemaid at this point. I
Yeah.
don't know. I agree with you. Kind of Anaconda. I'm like, it's not going to.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next segment, our trending section. We have more Marty Supreme. Huge shocker. I don't know if you guys have been following this, but there was kind of this like conspiracy theory around Timothy Chalamet being the same person as this British rapper named SD Kid.
Mhm.
Now, if you look at this, like I look at that rapper's eyes and I'm going, that's Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
And like those of you who know, like Timothy in deep down inside is a rapper. Like if you ever seen the videos of him like rapping at LaGuardia, like at his old high school, like doing Nicki Minaj, rest in peace, Nicki Minaj, like performance doing the Roman's Revenge performance, like he can rap, and also he like kind of has a bit of swag. So like people, and then the big thing was this: they wore the same scarf. Everyone was like,
Mm.
"That's the same scarf." Mind you, it's like scarf that like a lot of people have. It's like this Alexander McQueen scarf that like has been sold. Very, very like highly sort of worn and sought after scarf. Anyway, people had this conspiracy theory. They released part of the marketing of this movie is they released a music video together. They took what's happening in culture and like capitalized on it, which was so amazing to watch. And then also, like, does that prove anything? To me, it doesn't.
Yeah, kind of just adds to it.
It doesn't prove anything. So anyway, I'm like,
Yeah,
they
if you're
are the
not
same person.
yeah, if you're not caught up on all the Marty Supreme marketing, it's a lot of it is happening just on Timothy's socials. So go look at it. It's very entertaining. The rap song was actually really good. He did a video yesterday, I think, from the top of the sphere, um,
Yes.
on top of a giant ping pong ball.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Um, yeah, I think like it's a case study for marketing for a movie. It's like kind of incredible.
Yeah, for
He's
sure. I
gunning
don't think
for the
we've
Oscar.
ever, yeah, we've not really seen anything like this.
Yeah, he's gunning for the Oscar. All right, we got some really exciting news for me, at least, as a huge fan of The Last Airbender. We have The Legend of Aang is being turned into a movie directed by Taika Waititi, starring Ke Huy Quan, assuming the rest of the cast of, Avatar, the series, the Netflix series, is going to be in it as well, who I love and I'm obsessed with. So this is going to be cool. I'm excited.
Is it is it about adult Aang or is it like a retelling of the original series? Do you know?
So, like, I'm assuming it's like kind of the next part of the series is the season two of the series is coming out, I believe, soon, like this year, um, probably in the next few months, and then I imagine it's like the next part of that, like the third part of that is going to be turned into a movie. I mean, we've barely even skimmed the surface of the story. I mean, it's a long series, right? So there's a lot of content to work with. This is just, I think, one piece of it. My guess is they're like testing what a theatrical release of this could be because the series itself is quite cinematic. I would say like it's more built for a movie theater than it is for like a streaming service.
Yeah.
And then maybe it's like part of it's like the Netflix WB thing. I don't really know, but it
Yeah.
sounds like it was probably in the works and then got greenlit because Netflix is moving into a more theatrical sort of space, which is
And
interesting.
as any longtime fan of the series knows, the bar for making an Avatar movie is quite low.
Yeah, yeah,
The Shyamalan Avatar movie is like one of the most disappointing movies of all time.
horrendous, horrendous. I know, and that's
But
so sad because that's like when I was like my peak Avatar like obsession. So it's
me
like
too.
sad to have that movie
Yeah, I
be
remember
sucky.
being in a theater and like the whole theater like groaning.
Yeah, so true. All right, we got really exciting news on the trailer front. The Odyssey uh, official trailer has dropped. It's on our socials if you want to go check it out, our YouTube channel, and our other socials for that matter. It looks amazing. I'm excited. Everyone's saying Christopher Nolan's, uh, you know, what's like a what's a fancier word for like masterpiece?
Mm,
Trompe l'oeil. No, that's actually that's a different thing. That's like a trick of the eye. I'm trying to think of a French word for masterpiece. Keep going. Go tell me your thoughts. I'm gonna look it up.
yeah, I mean, there's not, it doesn't really bear repeating, but in Nolan we trust. I think
I
this
know
movie
it.
has, yeah, the potential to be his best movie, one of his best movies. It's
Yeah.
incredibly hyped. Probably one of the most, hyped movies of this century.
Yeah. Like film bros foaming at the mouth. Okay, Chef Dove. Chef Dove is what I was thinking of. Anyway, there we go. Exciting. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Um, Finally, we got a little update on our leaderboard. Some movement here. We got SJ Studios is took first place. Good for you, SJ Studios. Then we have, sorry, I'm like, it's so small, I can't see. Is that Foxtrot?
Yeah.
Foxtrot
Foxtrot, Stupid Genius,
moving from fifth to
Fonke.
second. Yeah. Oh, Funke, now you're on there. And Data Whiz Kid, you're doing exactly what your name says you are. So good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple
If
new
you
names on there.
if you haven't yet, feel free to go to mogulgame.moviepass.com, sign up, make an account. It's free to play right now. We are going to launch season two soon. we already started working on it as of yesterday. So get in there, guys. Remember that there's $100,000 prize pool, and again, free to play. So mogulgame.moviepass.com. Anything to say before we sign off before we say see you next year?
I don't think so. Yeah, go play the game.
Watch the
Everyone,
movies.
yeah,
Go watch the movies. Touch grass, watch the movies. Enjoy your families.
yeah,
Yeah,
go out to a theater this week, see a movie. I love a Christmas theater movie. Um,
same.
yeah, everyone enjoy the holidays. Thanks for stopping by.
See you
See you
next
next.
year. I love when people say that. Bye.